Welcome back to my channel. This is the 90 Day Fiance Season 8, Episode 9 episode review. Obviously, spoilers. If you've not had a chance to watch Sunday's episode, don't watch if you don't want to be spoiled. Judging from this episode and still what is to come, well, there is a lot. So let's get started. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start off with Rebecca and Ziad. So in this episode, Melanie, Rebecca's longtime friend, is coming over. She's a private investigator. Apparently in the other way, she basically forced Rebecca to do a background check on Ziad. Not too sure there's a force in there. It's kind of either you want to do it or you don't do it, but whatever, I guess. So Melanie is coming over to, meet Ziad, and she lets slip that the stuff that we've known every episode now, that Rebecca stayed in the apartments with her ex-Moroccan husband. And of course, Ziad finds that very upsetting. He says that it makes him jealous, and he says that every man in the world would feel that way. I don't really know anybody that would feel that way, and I don't know, to me, there's no reason for you to be jealous or insecure or have trust issues unless somebody has given you reasons to be that way. Don't get me wrong. My trust issues stem from, well, a lot. So, friends, people, my ex, it's hard for me to trust people. And once you break my trust, you never really get it back. I will always have a doubt in my mind that you're lying to me. Sometimes it goes away, sometimes it doesn't, but until you've given me a reason not to trust you, I trust you. Just don't lie to me, Do I think Rebecca should have told Ziad about the apartment? No. It's none of his business. It's a place for them to live. It's huge. It's open. There's enough room for whatever you want to put in there. And if he has an issue, well, then he needs to go find somewhere else to live. Just saying. I found it funny that Melanie literally walked in there and basically said, told Ziad that he's not on vacation and that he needs to go work. But he can't work. He can't work for like 6 months, I think. Or, 6 months after he gets a green card or something like that. It's you're the only person supporting your partner when they're from another country. So I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. And then she's sitting there saying she's not trying to compare him to her ex, but she is. She's immediately like, oh, well, she dealt with this from her ex. And, oh, well, her ex. Oh, well, her ex. Well, it's not about her ex anymore. It's about her and Ziad. But obviously, if anybody stayed to watch this season on 90 Day Fiance, previews, Ziad's talking about getting married before Ramadan or something. That's in like 12 days from when the next episode, I guess, premieres, or when the episode premieres with them. And if he doesn't get married, then he's going back to his country. And I don't really know. I don't know if he's using or taking advantage of Rebecca, but definitely one of those, I know we've been together for a couple years, but we've never lived together. This is different. This is how are you going to be not seeing your family for a year or 2 years, however long it takes? I don't know. I'm rooting for them. I'm hoping that he gets over it, but at the same time, you gotta learn how to cut your losses. So we'll go ahead and move on. Jovi and Yara. So, reading all the Facebook comments after the episode aired, they're talking about how Jovi didn't believe her. And honestly, even seeing the preview of him not believing her kind of really ticked me off. And then of course he said that she's apparently been joking about being pregnant and everything else, which is fine. I'm one that you can joke. I'm not sensitive. You can joke about stuff, and if people want to find it sensitive, then whatever. But she's been joking about having a baby and joking about being pregnant and blah blah blah, and so he didn't believe her at first, which I totally understand. However, was he being a jerk? Yes. But then when it actually said that she was pregnant, he apologized and said that he wasn't trying to be, an a-hole, and that he just didn't believe her, and Is he ready to be a father? No, but he will be when it gets there. And, do I know what happens, with them? No. Do I think he's gonna sleep with a stripper in the previews to come? Yes, because I just think that that's how he is. Can I be wrong? Probably. I've been wrong before. So I guess we'll just find out. I mean, I've been reading a bunch of people saying that they're still together, and that they have a baby girl. Do I believe it? No, I won't believe it till I see it. So we're gonna find out. And that was really all we saw of them. So move right on. Stephanie and Ryan. So Stephanie landed in Belize in last Sunday's episode, and then this Sunday, she wakes up and basically they didn't have sex last night. It's been 10 months since they have been intimate. And then she basically tells Ryan that she slept with Harris, and he already knew. Now, anybody who thinks that Stephanie is dumb or whatever, I don't think that y'all really understand that I'm on her side. And, if you know something and you're mad at me about it, tell me. I hate finding out weeks, months later when I've done something that has upset you. Let me rephrase. I've never cheated. I've never slept with anybody, fighting, that's not who I am. I'm not one of those people that you fight, you go sleep with somebody. In Stephanie's defense, her and Ryan were over. They were over. So she was done with him texting other women. She was done not trusting him. She was done dealing with, oh, let's go to Cancun together, and him flirting with other women. She was done. She kicked him out. They were broken up. So she slept with Harris. Big deal. Okay? Now, Ryan's sitting there saying that he blames her for entertaining him. What is he doing with the other women? Flirting is entertaining. To me, flirting is a type of cheating. Do other people flirt? Yes. And if you're fine with your partner doing that, then whatever. I, however, see it as you're giving someone else attention that is not for anybody but your partner. And Ryan's sitting there saying that, oh, I texted a couple girls, called me a couple times. She said that there were a bunch of women. So him entertaining all of these women and flirting with all of these girls and sending text messages about them going out together. No, it's not the same thing as sleeping, but you're still guilty, and I don't know. I'm not playing that game. I don't like Ryan. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for Stephanie because she's never really dated. She's never really wanted to get married. But of course, you end up with someone younger. You end up with someone in a long distance relationship. And you already know that they've basically been flirting and entertaining other women. You don't really trust them. And either way, obviously they break up because in the previews to come, she's with Harris again. So do I think it's a good idea for her to be with Harris? No. Should she be over Ryan before she jumps into anything else that she wants to? Yes. Because her and Ryan had broken up before, and then she got right back together with him after sleeping with Harris. So I'm a little bit like, about them. Do I feel bad for Stephanie? Yes. Because if I had been working my entire life, never really settling down, never really wanting to, and then I find somebody that I want to with, and then they basically prove to me why I don't trust people, I would be upset too. And she's not trying to fight with him. It's just, hey, you've hurt me in the past. I just want to make sure that you're still the same. It's pretty simple. So, but whatever. Brandon and Julia. So, jumping on them, they've had few ups and downs, and I have to agree with everyone on Facebook and anybody else who comments saying that Brandon's parents are the worst. Basically having Julia work their farm for free, expecting her to just be happy there and to get over whatever it is her problem is, I ain't got time for that. So it's a little upsetting, but Julia basically told Brandon that It's either they leave his parents' house or she's going back to Russia. So Brandon goes out to dinner with his parents to basically tell them what Julia said, and his mom starts crying, and they're saying, "No, you're not gonna leave. No, don't make stupid decisions." And then Brandon said, "Well, if you let us sleep in the same room, then whatever." But of course, then his dad steps in and says, "Well, that's not gonna fly. We're not doing that. We're not making demands and ultimatums." And his mom says, "Fine." That's what it took to keep him there. And this is exactly why I don't think that Brandon and Julia will actually work out. So, Brandon not being able to stand up to his parents and saying, "Do I have the money to move out? Yes and no. Will I make it? Yes. We need to do this," because his relationship with Julia is also just as important. They're going to have a family. They want to get married. They want their own dreams. They want their own life. And you can't do that when you have parents who won't let you go. I understand. We're all still babies to our parents. We are still their little girl, their little boy, whatever. But eventually they let you go and you be independent and you do what you have to do and you raise them right and boom, that's it. It's just one of those things that his mom started crying and I was like, I know that he's going to cave. And so he goes to tell Julia that they're staying in the same bedroom. They go out, afterwards to a bar or whatever and play some pool. And there was that. Now, in the coming up stuff, apparently he doesn't want a church wedding. He doesn't want a wedding at all. So I don't really know what happens because he's talking about his life doesn't exist without Julia. Julia is his dream. I don't know what happens. I'm excited to see what happens because I'm kind of rooting for them. But at the same time, I don't think they're going to make it. So we're going to find out. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Let me make sure. So Brandon and Julia, Jovi and Yara, Rebecca and Ziad, Ryan and Stephanie. Oh, Amira and Andrew. I always keep forgetting about them because honestly, Andrew still pisses me off. He really does. He is still on vacation in Mexico where he was supposed to meet Amira, but she got detained at the border and spent like 3 days in a detention center and then was deported back to France. He's sitting there saying that in order for her to get to the United States, she now has to go to Siberia and stay over there for 14 days. But according to, when the coronavirus was going on, there were a lot of cases over in Siberia. So the chances of her, contracting COVID was probably more high at that point. So, but he's basically saying, well, you need to do this. I can't do that. I can't be there with you because I got to go back to work. But he's still living it up in this vacation. And if you're on social media and follow the 90 Day Fiance page, everyone said that Andrew should have done a lot more to get Amira out of the little detention center than what he was doing. He should have been at the airport. He should have been talking to other people, being at the detention centers, not just calling people, having them hang up because they don't speak your language. There are people that translate or speak English that will help you. Do I think that Amira should end it with Andrew? Yes. The minute he even started talking about, if you don't do this for me, you don't love me, you don't care, dump him. Dump him. Do I think that can't you ask for a 90 extension, K1 visa extension because of a virus? I mean, shouldn't there be like an exception to, hey, I can't actually go anywhere because there's COVID, there's a virus, a pandemic. I mean, isn't there something they can do? Either way, it doesn't matter. She needs to dump him. And even her friend Xavier said so, that her relationship with him is not good. You're going to sit there and say, oh, hey, you need to spend more money to go out. And we got to do this quickly because if not, then you're screwed. It's stupid. And I don't like Andrew. And I feel bad for Amira because she's following him around and doing whatever he says. And I ain't got time for that. Dump him. Now, Mike and Natalie. So, in last Sunday's episode, his mom came to visit and basically convinced Mike that they needed to get married. Will he give the ring back? No. He even told his mom before she left that he was not ready to give the ring back, and he's not even ready to get married. They have 2 months. That's what he said. They have 2 months to work through their issues to see if he's going to give the ring back. Now, do I think Mike is being ridiculous? Yes. Do I think that Natalie is a little nothing nice to say? Yes. Because she degrades him. The low class comments, the basically telling him that everything that he does is wrong. It's not healthy. Do I think that he should have invited her over on the K1 if he had no intention of giving the ring back? Yes. Should he be over giving the ring back in literally season 7? Yes. Yes, we know it hurt. Yes, we all saw how it was. Yes, we know that she's religious. Yes, she's being whatever. But if you are not over what has hurt you, don't keep putting yourself in the same positions. She wants the ring back, but he's not going to give it to her. And I feel bad, but honestly, if you were to sit there and tell me that if we were to have a kid, and because I'm not religious, I don't believe in God, but you do, that our son will be affected or our kids will be affected because of it, is wrong. And I would honestly be more pissed about that than you giving the ring back. Like, he can't eat bread, he can't eat butter, he can't even drink a beer. He's not even an alcoholic. That is what really upsets me about Natalie, is that she nitpicks at him and says that everything that he does is wrong. But then, she's praying at their little table, and Mike is just kind of sitting there like, oh, whatever. If you have too many differences and none of you are willing to compromise, the relationship will not work. If you strongly believe that you not getting married in a church is a lie, makes your marriage a lie, you don't need to be together. So while they're out getting some scents for Mike's closet, which apparently stinks, he can't smell it, whatever. She starts talking about finding dinner sets and plate sets and napkin sets for their wedding. And he basically says that he's not discussing the wedding. He's done. It's too much pressure. They still have so much to work on. He's not giving the ring back. And that was that. Now, obviously in the next episode, or the previews to come, Natalie tells Mike that he's manipulating her. Do I think that he is a little bit? I think that he's like a dangling hope, like a cheeseburger in front of somebody who's on a treadmill, for hope, or whatever, a goal. The only analogy that I can think of is somebody is running towards something that's not going to actually be given to them, So I feel like Mike is dangling the ring in front of Natalie, but he's never going to give it to her because he can't get over whatever it is he's upset about. Do I think they need to get married? No, because Natalie is terrible. I, for one, would not be told how I'm going to live my life. If you want to eat a raw carrot for breakfast, more power to you. But you're not going to tell me that I can't have a Smirnoff or a Mike's Hard, or I don't like beer. Beer is gross to me. But, if I want one of my Smirnoffs, I've had a long day, whatever, I'm going to drink one. Now, if I'm an alcoholic, by all means tell me, hey, that's like your 17th one. You should probably calm the hell down. But I'm not like that. And neither is Mike. He has a beer. 1 beer, maybe 2 beers a day. And that's it. He's not an alcoholic, nor is he endangering her in any sort of fashion drinking, And basically, he's not allowed to eat meat. No bread, no pasta. I mean, it's just... And if you don't even like fried rice, stir-fried rice is literally just rice that is cooked in a wok. It's a big thing, and it is so good. You've never had Chinese, Natalie. What the hell? It is honestly one of those things where I'm ready for them to be over, and I'm ready for them both to move on, because honestly, Mike just needs to be by himself. Do I agree that he was not prepared for her? Yes. But I don't agree with how she's treating him. So they need to call it quits. That way I can get on with everybody else who's actually trying to make it, So I don't think I missed anything. And as always, I will catch the next episode when it comes out. I don't know if it's going to be this Sunday because I know they take breaks. And of course, Super Bowl comes on. Is it this Sunday? I think Super Bowl is this Sunday, isn't it? Is it the 7th? Either way, I got football to watch. So I don't think I missed anything. Of course, if you want me to review any shows, leave them in the comments. I've been watching a ton of stuff, so I will squeeze it in. Lucifer, the 100 crime documentaries. I literally finished Unbelievable yesterday. Was a really good true story about a woman that was raped, and the cops didn't believe her, but then literally the man actually was raping like 7 other women before they caught him. So it was actually pretty. Honestly, it was interesting, and it was sad, and it was aggravating, but it ended happily. So it's whatever. But if you're into crime documentaries or stuff like that, I would totally recommend watching that. I guess that's it. I hope you guys continue to have a good week, and I'll see y'all next week.